case of Bihar as far as the governor is concerned.
Bhutta Singh's indictment has been like a God-sent opportunity for the BJP, coming as it did just after the Quattroki controversy.
Democratic accountability demands that both the Prime Minister and the Governor should quit their offices.
And ironically, the man who played a key role in the imposition of President's rule maintained cryptic silence.
और जब कोर्टे बोल दिया तो हम क्या बोले उसमें? कोर्ट जब बोल दिया स्टेप डाउन तो अपना स्टेप डाउन तो अब अपना गवर्नर साहब समझेंगे.
Some of the UP allies too now seem to be turning against Bhutta.
बिहार के गवर्नर श्री बूटा सिंह को अपने पद को छोड़ना चाहिए.
So what's the lesson for our political class through today's Supreme Court judgment? Take another look at which governors are appointed all across the country. In New Delhi, Bhupendra Chaube.
Well, let's now go to all our correspondents who've tracked that story. Smita Nair in Delhi at 7 Racecourse Road, Prabhakar Kumar outside the governor's residence in Patna, Bhupendra Chaube at the capital. My first question to you, Smita Nair, what is the Prime Minister at the moment doing? Is there a mood in this government at the moment to sack Bhutta Singh? Are they waiting for Bhutta Singh to take the first step, or are they in fact going to appeal against this Supreme Court judgment?
Well, Rajdeep, some in the Congress and even in the government have been towing the line that happened during the Natwar Singh saga as well, saying that perhaps a Bhutta Singh outside the establishment could prove to be more embarrassing or troublesome than a Bhutta Singh within the establishment. But the Prime Minister has given clear signals here, asking Bhutta Singh to step down. Sources are telling us, Rajdeep, that perhaps Bhutta Singh is trying to drive a hard bargain here. Bhutta Singh is asking for some sort of a rehabilitation package in case he has to step down. He's also telling the government to try and appeal to a full bench of the Supreme Court, put in a review petition to appeal against the judgment that was given today by the Supreme Court.
Right, so there perhaps could be a longer legal battle ahead. Prabhakar, let me come to you next. You're outside the governor's residence. Bhutta Singh still remains defiant, but what about Lalu Yadav, the focal piece of this entire drama? Any reactions that have come from him?
Well, Lalu Yadav, interestingly, is not only distancing himself from the entire controversy, he is also disowning Bhutta Singh. The reaction, today's reaction was very obvious, and as far as the NDA camp is concerned, it's upbeat, and our sources say that they will be trying to encash this issue, and they will also try to drag in Lalu Yadav into this entire controversy.
Bhupendra Chaube, final word from you. What happens if Bhutta Singh digs his heels in? Will the Prime Minister, is there a sense now that you're getting here in the capital that this has become a major embarrassment for the government, or is the government willing to ride out the storm?
Well, two people who stand to lose the most, Rajdeep, if Bhutta Singh continues to occupy the governor's post. One, the Congress President Sonia Gandhi, and two, the Prime Minister himself. Both these leaders extremely cautious when it comes to protecting their own image, their own credibility, and they would go to any extent to make sure that even if Bhutta Singh has to be provided some kind of a rehabilitation package, perhaps not right now because of the circumstances which exist as of now, but maybe in due course of time, I think that they would be ready to give him that package. Remember, a Bhutta Singh with all the booty up his sleeves, with all the aces up his sleeves, damaging information against which were the powers who had forced him to take that decision, I think would be more damaging for the government.
Right. All of our reporters, Bhupendra Chaube, Smita Nair, Prabhakar Kumar, thanks very much for joining us. Well, Bhutta's booty, is that what is stopping the government from booting him out? Joining us now is Abhishek Manu Singhvi, the Congress's spokesperson. Dr. Singhvi, what's the problem? Why is the government reluctant to sack Bhutta Singh after a stinging judgment really from the Supreme Court?
The judgment has come today. You notice that one of the issues in the judgment is the supposed perceived haste with which decisions have been taken. Now surely you don't want that haste to be repeated without reading the judgment. Most of us don't even have a copy yet. Understanding, absorbing, analyzing it, and then taking a decision. Now these decisions of appointing authorities to high constitutional position are neither taken very quickly or without studying the judgment, nor are they taken in the press. So I think you need to give it some reasonable time and then decide whether it's
right, Mr. Singhvi, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but I'm almost tempted to ask here, the Congress really now following politics of the fall guy, whether it was Natwar Singh, whether it was Bhardwaj, the Congress seems to distance itself as soon as a controversy comes and the blame now only sticks to one guy.
Absolutely not. The implication of your question, the premise of your question is that the Supreme Court has actually blamed somebody else and that Mr. Bhutta Singh is being made the fall guy. But that's a distortion of the judgment. the judgment specifically gives findings, and there is no doubt that there are findings strongly against the governor and his office. And if the Supreme Court judgment, the same judgment carefully, deliberately, consciously omits to give the same findings and does not give them to the central government.
No, but Dr.
Now,
Singhvi,
a lot of people are now saying,
yes.
a lot of people are now trying to say that the Supreme Court should have done this or that. That's totally irrelevant.
Well,
we
what-
have a judgment,
Yes.
and you cannot wish into the judgment words which are not there.
But Dr. Singhvi, what the country wants to know, is this government now going to make not acting a policy in itself? A bit like what P.V. Narasimha Rao said, who said sometimes not taking a
Absolutely
decision
not.
is the best decision. Are we going to get a decision after you've studied this judgment within a reasonable time, as you've called it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and that could
Two
include
things
an
very
appeal?
quickly.
Could
One
that
is what
include an
I-
appeal?
One is what I said.
Could that include an appeal, or will it include sacking, or will it be sacking Bhutta Singh?
No. Let me answer all your questions very quickly. Number one, I don't speak for the government. I speak for the Congress party. But today, even a few hours after the judgment, I expressed the view that as far as the Congress is concerned, and I am sure the government's view is not any different, that every part of the judgment must be implemented in letter and spirit. In letter and spirit.
Okay.
Two, what the decision will be, maybe either way, but there will be a decision after studying it.
Okay.
Three, there is no question or concept of an appeal against this judgment. At best, there can be a review petition. That is again within the government's legal powers to do. I might only add on my own, and more in the capacity of a lawyer than a spokesperson, that it is well known that the statistical fatality rate of review petitions, mind you not appeals, is more than 99%.
Okay.
So I don't think too much store should be said by review petitions.
Okay, I think you've sent out a clear signal there. You've at least told us that the government will act in the Bhutta case. Dr. Singhvi, thanks very much for joining us there from New Delhi. But there's also more political action taking place.